Here we go! Okay, let's go! Welcome, everybody, to episode 90 of the 1UP XP show. Now, the show just turned 2 years old. I was really hoping we'd be at 100 by now, but we're only at 90. I mean, 90 is no small feat, but we're here. And in episode 90, we take on a very highly anticipated game. Now, granted, I didn't get very far in it yet, and there's not a ton of things to do just yet when it came to what I was able to do. But Starfield is a massive game. Over 1,000 planets in a bunch of different galaxies that you can just go off on your own, explore, loot, find minerals, find whatever. And it is a wild, wild game. Imagine, Skyrim, but in space and other planets and unlimited amount of space and planets. It's crazy. So here's some of the highlights from what we began to do in Starfield. Check it out. Starfield. I feel like I did something good. Soul date, May 7th, 2330. Argos Extractors Mining Outpost, Moon of Vectira. Hey, what's up?
Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you'll find. Follow my one simple rule.
What's your
Ella,
one simple rule?
What's my one simple
Listen
rule?
to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Snap out of it.
Ooh.
Take care of yourself out there.
I'm just taking everything, chat.
That shit's older than
Yeah. What do you want? Freeze.
Barrett?
Man.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
I'm ready. Don't worry, I got everybody.
Well, that was some fine work under pressure. You
You're
dug
welcome.
up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constellation. You're part of this now.
All right, I guess we're going flying, chat. Hold on to your butts.
Shields ready. The rest is up to you. Adjusting power to the shields. Notice more power increases their strength. shields protect the ship from hull damage. Without a hull, they'll be vaporized. Shield health is displayed in the lower right.
Yep.
Hull damage is below it.
Got it. Optional power all systems.
You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's
Whoa!
a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear.
Wow, this is so hard to fly.
We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the foe once shields are offline.
Let's go get their stuff, chat.
Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain.
Controller's
We
easy.
should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Oh, I hit it. Does that count? There we go. Credits, titanium ship parts. Where's this guy at? He's closer, right?
Aren't you from that explorers group? Don't they teach you to fly? Ramp down, do or die. This all you got?
Whoa, what happened?
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their
So you do this. Go to star map. Planet view. The star map gives you information on site. Rotate the planet to a Crete research lab, and then you can land there.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, something with a gun, nerd. You guys clearly have never played Tarkov. Oh no.
Exterior damaged.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, so that's another game that we're going to be dipping our toe into here over the next coming weeks. But coming up next, we sit down with Kevin Palmer, the Assistant Director of Esports and Intramurals there at the University of Michigan, and we talk to him about the Big Esports Conference when we come back. All right, esports enthusiasts, listen up. This is a huge announcement. The schools partaking in the Big Ten, which is 16 at the moment, including UCLA and USC, they have announced that they are starting their own conference in esports called the Big Esports Conference. All the schools will partake in it. They'll have 16 weeks of matches, and the same old Big Ten rivalries, they're there. So we sat down with U of M's Kevin Palmer, and we talked to him about this big esports announcement. Check it out. If you pay attention to collegiate esports, there's been some big announcements this week. On Monday, there was an announcement that there was going to be 9 D1 schools taking place in a conference, and it was kind of what a lot of people had started to say, why doesn't collegiate esports do this? And it was a big announcement. But yesterday, we had an even larger announcement that squares all of the Big Ten schools, all 16 of them, including UCLA and USC, together in one esports conference, playing each other throughout this upcoming year. So I figured, why not talk to someone part of the Big Ten? And I got a hold of Kevin Palmer, Assistant Director of Esports and Intramurals there at University of Michigan. And he's also the 2023 NACAD Collegiate Director of the Year. Kevin, welcome, brother. Thank you for giving me some time and talking about this big esports conference.
No, thanks. Happy to be here. Excited to talk about it and all the things that we've been working on for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I saw this come across my Twitter feed yesterday, I was overjoyed, ecstatic. Big Ten is a big thing to me because, you know, University of Michigan is the school of choice for me. Didn't go there, but I'm always been a Wolverines fan through and through. How did this come about?
Prior to me getting the job at Michigan, I started back May 1st. I was hired in the middle of March, though. Doug Goon, who's over at Minnesota, had started some conversations with the actual Big Ten about bringing esports back. For those that are unfamiliar, the Big Ten has facilitated esports in the past with League of Legends. They were a Riot-endorsed league and had League of Legends competitions on the Big Ten network with Big Ten schools.
Okay.
So that conversation started up, but with the current state of college athletics, the Big Ten said that they wouldn't be able to support esports this year just because of all the conference realignment, and they're really focusing on the Big Ten network and trying to get that revitalized. So the new commissioner, that's his forte. So when those conversations dried up, I started reaching out to more of the colleges and universities in the Big Ten. We looped in quickly USC and UCLA, and we had some meetings, talked about it collectively, and kind of put our goals out on the table and just said, hey, what do we want out of this? And so I reached out to Jacob Van Ryn and said, hey, we've got this ready to go, but all of us are full-time staff with jobs. We can't run a league. And so the conversations with the NACC started up, and it was just kind of a snowball effect from there.
You guys are the first major conference to have all of your schools competing in esports. Now, there are big major conferences with esports, but not all of their schools have it. This is the first of the majors to step up and say, all of our schools are participating. That's a big announcement for just esports in general, not even just collegiate esports. And you guys are going to have 4 titles under that, which you're going to compete. There's Overwatch 2, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros., and Valorant. And the first season kicks off October of this year. Now, do you think this is something for the Big Ten to look at and by next year be like, okay, yeah, we see what you're doing, let's pick it up? Do you think this is kind of a springboard for that?
Yeah, I think everyone in the conference has the mindset of proof of concept.
Okay.
And really putting everything that we have into it without overexerting ourselves. So we've all agreed, like, we will do what we can on a very even basis and contribute, make sure our teams are accountable and participating, and then put on a show. We've set up the Big Ten, or not the Big Ten, the Big Esports Conference YouTube channel. So mimicking the Big Ten network, that will be, each school will have a stream key and we'll be able to stream their big esports matches to that one YouTube channel. And so as a fan, you could just go to one YouTube channel and see all the live or past matches all in one spot. I think that'll also help the conversation when we wrap up this season to where the Big Ten could just really bring this in under their branding and endorsements and run away with it.
There's so many opportunities. What a lot of people don't understand is that the kids put this together. The kids run the production. The kids put it like all everything that you see coming from an esports. That's part of the education of it. That's part of being part of the esports program with production and shoutcasting and everything that you see from a Twitch or a YouTube feed. That's usually the kids putting it all together. I definitely didn't see this happening this early.
And kind of rolling back to what you were talking about in the production side, the number one inquiry that we got yesterday was just a ton of professional casters and producers reaching out saying like, we'd love to be involved with this. And some were a little taken back when we said, no, this is for our students to produce, and this is for our students to cast. Like, we expect the bumps in the road and for it to be a learning experience, because ultimately, you hit it perfect. It's all about the students, and in a lot of ways, what really stemmed and pushed for the Big Esports Conference to get formed was on the higher ups. They don't see, like, if for some miraculous reason, Michigan was able to beat Northwood in Rocket League, that would be huge in the esports world.
Correct.
But for the people that write the checks and distribute the budgets, that means nothing to them.
And don't go anywhere. We'll have more with Kevin Palmer from the University of Michigan right after the break. And here's more with my sit down with Kevin Palmer from the University of Michigan talking about the Big Esports Conference. Here it is. What do you think this does for the Big Ten in general?
Yeah, I think this is the connect all. This engages the future fans and future students, and this engages, you and I both. I grew up a diehard Wolverine. I went to Lake Superior State for my undergrad. It just engages everyone in that whole realm that is untouched. It's a whole nother community of people who are interested in something, who now, they could go and say the family's having a party for the Michigan State game, and it just so happens that Michigan and Michigan State are also playing each other in Rocket League and Overwatch that day. You could sit on the couch and watch Michigan State play each other in Overwatch while the family's watching football. Like, it's engaging on all levels. And that's what's missing from sports, and what is missing from esports.
That rivalry. Yeah. I mean, when you talk about it, the Big Ten has some of the best rivalries in all of collegiate sports. And I want to see that set up in esports. Michigan, Ohio State. Like, if you could get the Michigan, Ohio State as like the last week in esports, or line it up with the football game, like Michigan State. I mean, like, there's the and Nebraska, it's just endless. There's so much great things that you can do there.
Those rivalries are huge. There is some big news coming up in there too that will be coming out soon. So stay tuned for that. But
can't wait for that. Are you guys going to be traveling, or are you guys going to be playing from your schools that you guys are at right now? Or are you going to be meeting up?
So the regular season will be 100% over the internet. You'll be told like what school you're going to play each week, and then you will play that school for the entire week. So that helps too with like time conflicts too, for like, us playing USC. Right. Normally we start games around 7:00, but we're not going to make them start at 4 p.m. Pacific. So we can schedule those things, but it also opens the door for the week that we play Michigan State, that we can say, you know what, instead of playing online, let's go. Let's take a bus and go over there and play at their facility. After the regular season, what we're in the works with right now is a LAN for all 4 game titles, where all 16 teams make playoffs and will come in person. So
that's cool. The Big Esports Championship. Yeah,
exactly. Yep. And that was a huge driving factor to this whole conference coming together, because we want that photo, right? That of all 16 schools with 4 teams each, and just all there being present. That's huge to us. If you're a fan of the Big Ten, share it with your family, and tune in. It's going to be a great show. There's going to be a lot of students that put a lot of time and effort into this. Esports, that E doesn't always mean electronic. It really does mean everyone. Mm-hmm. And the student staff that run the production, that design the graphics, that are on camera doing the casting, they may not be able to play that at the high level of their fellow gamers that are on the team, but they're putting in the time just like anybody else. And so that's a big a big pillar for what the Big Esports Conference stands for.
Yeah, it's perfect, Kevin. I'm absolutely so excited for it. And thank you again to Kevin Palmer for from the University of Michigan, Assistant Director of Esports and Intramurals there at University of Michigan. Kevin, thank you again, brother. I appreciate you, and good luck to you in the Big Esports Conference this year.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us on, and look forward to seeing you in chat for the upcoming games.
Go Blue! And my huge thank you to Kevin Palmer again for giving me some time and telling me or explaining to me what the Big Esports Conference is and what it means to esports as well as collegiate esports. This is a huge move, and I cannot tell you just how big this announcement is, because you're going to see a lot of the major conferences now start to fall in line. And to be honest with you, the pieces are already moving. So huge congrats to the Big Ten, as well as, you know, all the schools in the Big Ten. Even though the Big Ten is not part of it, it is making waves within the schools of the Big Ten and outside in esports. So we have one last segment coming up here on the 1UpXP show. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. And that does it for episode 90 of the 1UpXP show. Thank you so much for being here this week. We appreciate you. And coming up next week, I don't know what game we're playing, but we'll have some more fun for episode 91. So be good, stay safe, take care. I'll see you guys all next week.
Here we go!